Now we turn to a conversation with a cultural conservationist. She tells me that while many aspects of humanity's heritage are at risk of being lost, much can be done to turn the tide. And she and her team down under are working to do just that. We spoke when I was there earlier this year. Conservator Victoria Pearce sees culture as infinitely renewable, but she says cultural heritage is not. Let's see some of our discussion.
Every element of our community can be strengthened and benefited by embracing our past.
Conservator Victoria Pearce sees culture as infinitely renewable, but says cultural heritage is not.
Our heritage and our culture is what defines us. So fundamentally, it's always evolving and always changing. It's almost limitless as a resource. But what is being lost is our value for our culture as we become more global. Our human connection gets smaller with the internet and through social media. And so our unique assets of what defines us nationally, in our communities, locally even, starts being diluted.
She and her team in Fyshwick, Australia, apply specialized skills to conserve the essence of and stories within objects, artworks, buildings, and more.
I have a corrosion expert and metals conservator, an electrician and conservator who works on electrical artworks. We also have a specialist book and paper photographic conservator.
And they work to keep intangible assets alive as well, such as skills that Pearce says are sunsetting much too soon.
Barrel makers, blacksmiths, watchmakers, French polishers. We have tanners, bookbinders, stone carvers, monument makers, gilders, luthiers, all come to our event.
A trade show to demonstrate craftsmanship to younger generations who may be mesmerized by more modern, lucrative endeavors.
Because this younger generation has probably never even heard of a Cooper, let alone seen one work. So the idea is to encourage the next generation to consider these as really needed, essential and valuable careers that have fantastic export opportunities.
And an opportunity through export to contribute to a world where national sovereignty and political stability coexist.
It's about really looking at what our strengths are through our culture and our heritage, what our strengths are that we bring to the table, fostering those, preserving those strengths, and then sharing and exchanging those strengths.
Pearce believes that each individual is responsible for increasing diplomacy amid the rising polarization in personal and political spheres.
And through individual action, we increase diplomacy and civility, we could actually avoid real tragedy and potentially global war.
A mission that she and her team work towards every day. Reporting from New York and Australia, Stephanie Cox, NTD News.